Hey, Britt, I think you said you were wanting to show me something? Is this the two-door mass platform?
Yeah. I mean, this is not what I wanted to show you, but I can. Oh, sorry. Well, it doesn't stand up very well. Okay. This is the two-door mass platform. And I think maybe this week we will make a production, not a production, but like a physical prototype version of that. But that is not what I wanted to show you. I've got a really cool project build that you know about this much about. So let's go check it out.
Let's see it. All right, what are we looking at?
No, not this one. Out here. All right, so I think I told you a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that I really wanted to do an LJ. So as you and probably everybody watching this knows, these things are really, really hard to find. And you can find some of them for, I don't know, $10,000 to $15,000 that are all rusted up. But what you can't find are ones that are not rusted up. So this guy here lived his whole entire life in Phoenix, Arizona, which means it's definitely been in some hot summertime. But what it hasn't been in is rusty road conditions and that type of thing. This is not our normal project where we take an already expensive JL or Gladiator or even JK and basically build it out with a bunch of our products. What we're going to do now is take a vehicle that we got into pretty cheap. So obviously there's some dents and dings and paint chips and things like that we'll have to address. But like the cool thing about this guy, behold in all of its glory, the definitely not perfect LJ. But the thing that I do like about it, if you guys have looked at these a lot, you know that the seat brackets and all are like really prone to rust and even like around the door hinges. Like this is probably the least amount of rust I've ever seen on like a sort of non-restored LJ. So I am super excited about where this thing is going to go. This is probably one that I'll keep forever. So that the plan is that we build this, take it to all the shows. Obviously, we're going to make a full LJ and TJ line of products using this vehicle. But hopefully, if things go right, this will be one that I'll get to keep till the end of time. So to get a little special treatment like that, even more so than some of our 392 builds and that type of thing are, just because this is the type of vehicle that I really like. The old ones that have all the character that aren't perfect in any way, but you can make them yours. You can put really cool parts on it, probably up to the point where it gets a LS or late model LT swap in it. Axles, long arms, all that kind of jazz. But this is it. I think we're going to call it, it looks like the current name is Little John after the rapper. So I think on the tag we'll put what or okay or something like, I don't know. That may not happen, but that's kind of what we were thinking about. A few things that we'll address immediately. Obviously, we're sort of in the overlanding world, so the soft top, as cool as they are in the summer, is definitely going to get swapped out for a hard top. The other thing we're going to do pretty immediately, Poison Spider. I love you, Larry McCray, but this thing's got to come off. So fortunately for us, they did not cut out below the hood, which means this is purely for looks. So not a huge fan of that either. But we've got a very special plan for dealing with the holes that be left in the hood. So I'm kind of excited about that. More on that to come very soon. Obviously, wheels, tires, axles, cool little Chinese Weston running boards. Those are coming off immediately. Yeah, I think this thing lived behind an RV a lot of its life. So I think that's why you see a bunch of this stuff that I'm sure that's a fun story. But anyway, headlights gotta go. They're yellow. We don't do yellow lights anymore. That's a new thing for us, so I'm kind of excited about that. Check this out. So this is a very unique type of tire carrier. This is one that moves on its own, apparently by design, which is kind of weird. Nonetheless, all this is coming off. We've got big plans for the rear. This, you'll notice, is this is what you buy when you fly to Phoenix and you buy a sight unseen LJ. You buy antifreeze, and tools from Harbor Freight. So this is the new LJ starter kit. The soft top's got to go. This thing's garbage. All this stuff will come out. We probably won't go crazy. We'll probably keep this carpet in it. We'll pull it out, give it a nice shampoo. So we'll do cargo systems, drawers, flipping slides, fridge slides, all that kind of good jazz. Of course, we'll do a TJ version of Versatable. So that guy will live here. I'm excited about the LJ Crowd. This is by far our most requested vehicle when we go to an event that we don't have. So obviously we make a lot of LJ, a lot of JL and JK products, but traditionally we haven't made any TJ LJ stuff except our really cool spare tire delete, which we'll put on here very soon. Ah! I thought it was going to hit the paint. So there's lots of that stuff that we have to make more better.
Sig burn.
Yeah, we'll do some cool seat things. The one thing I want to be very clear of, we're not starting to work on this thing today. We have a lot of projects that we've already committed to. We're working on the Gladiator rear seat delete. That's coming along really well. We're also really close on the two-door JK. We got a bunch of parts in the door today that we've been waiting on for probably 3 months. So those just came in. So we've got a lot of movement on a bunch of projects coming up really soon. This guy, we're sort of throwing it into our thought process. So the way we like to do things here, we use them, play with them, see what needs to be upgraded, see what needs to be changed. So we're just entering this thing into the beginning phases of our product life cycle here. We still have a lot of things to come out. We'll work on those primarily. This guy will sit in the background. You'll start to see us seeding it into project videos and things like that soon. So, oh, did that not stay? I gotta shut that in there. So one of the things I'm really excited about is I got home last night from Jeep Beach at about 10:45 with a very entertaining trailer accident / fire on the way. So I'll tell you all about that later. But the thing I'm most excited about this weekend, maybe tomorrow night, is actually giving it a bath. So that's when you get a new vehicle in, that's not a new vehicle, that's an older one with lots of character, as we're calling it. That's when you really understand what you have, is when you start giving it a bath, cleaning things up, rubbing on it, you know, and I'm excited to actually see what we got. I'm very happy with it so far. And I think it only gets better when you give it a little bit of love and a little TLC. So pretty excited for first bath day for this thing this weekend. So it should be good. This has got to come off. Who would drive like this? So I was kind of excited when the seller was like, "Hey, you can have the bike rack." And I was like, "Oh, cool! I like bike racks." And then I realized, yeah, it's locked on, so that's why it's included. But nothing the lightsaber can't take off, so we'll get that off. So another thing I really would like to address pretty quickly is the Carolina squat that this thing has. Maybe that's just the big, massive Harbor Freight high-end tool box that I have in the back. It's politely lowered in the rear for ease of entry. So yeah, we're gonna be able to scratch that itch and get you guys a bunch of cool TJ LJ products. And I just wanted to introduce you to the new project. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you have any suggestions on how you'd like to see this thing built out, we're open to any suggestions you have. So let us know in the comments and we'll go from there.